Hey, what's up, you guys? It's DJ, the photog of DJ Photography, back again with another video tutorial. Now, this image I shot a little while back, working with a very talented MUA makeup artist, Skyla, located out of Los Angeles. I shot this image on a Canon 6D. The lens was a 24-105 f4L lens, and I'm just gonna go over how to retouch the skin here. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is I am going to go in here. I'm gonna go to image mode, lab color mode, go to my adjustments layer, create a curves adjustment. I'm gonna go to mode B, just hike up the orange and the yellows just a bit. But in order to bring those back, I need to come down here and adjust this slider right here. So now we have a little more blue in our image, a little more tint, but we still keep that orange saturation right there. You see that? We go there before and after. Actually, we might want to turn this down just a bit. Maybe, let's see. I like that orange there. I like the skin going like that. Let's bring back a little bit of blue. Okay, right about there. Let's go to A. We're going to adjust the reds here. And typically when I'm just adjusting the A slider, I don't adjust it as much as I do the B slider, but it just depends on your preference. Let's see, right about there. Okay, that's good, just for the means of a tutorial. Now we're going to go back to our image mode, RGB color mode. We are going to flatten. Okay, now we're back to square one. We have color graded our photo. Now we're going to go in for the fine tune. Now, skin retouching, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to create two layers by hitting Command J on a Mac. And this first layer, I'm going to label it Blur Gauze. Okay. And the second layer here, I'm going to name this layer Texture. It'll let me rename it. TXTR for short is what I usually do. Turn off this layer. I go to Blur Gauze. I go here, Filter, go to Blur, and here I go to Gaussian Blur, and hence the name. All right, now here I'm going to zoom out because I want to make sure that I am just getting it just out of focus. There's a little blur there, so that might be a little much. Let's do 13. Okay, we go there, and now I'm going to turn on this layer. Okay, you see the blur goes away, and then I'm going to go up here to image. I'm going to go to apply image, merged. In the layer section here, I'm going to go to blur gauze. Okay, and then multiply, I'm going to go to, I'm sorry, not soft light, but we're going to go to subtract. Sorry, we're going to go to subtract. All right, our offset is usually always at 128 and our scale is at 2. I'm going to go ahead and click OK. Now from here, I need to change the blend mode of this layer, so I'm going to go here and I'm going to go to linear light. Now if I go back to my blur gauze, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the lasso tool and I'm going to just simply draw around the skin where I can. Let's see. Okay, and then I'm going to go filter. I'm going to go to blur. I'm going to go Gaussian blur. And here it's going to let you see how much you can blur. So let's see what would be good there. 37 there. Click OK. Command D deselects the lasso section that you selected. I'm going to pick another area. I'm just going to do sections, guys. I don't want to do it all in one. I'm going to take my time and try to make it look as best as we can. So I'm going to go back to Gaussian blur. See on the face that might be a bit much. So let's go. Let's take it down. I like it right around there. 17 is fine. Okay. Command D once again. All right. Now we're gonna go down here to the body. Let's see. You know, let's try to grab some of this nose here. It'll let us select this, and we can do that as well. Filter, blur, Gaussian blur, 17. That looks decent right there, 23. Okay, and now we're gonna go to the body. Oh, let me do that again. It doesn't have to be spot on, you know. You can just take your time and get what you want here. All right, and now we're gonna go filter, blur, another Gaussian blur. 23 doesn't look bad there. It might look a little much. Let's see, take it down. We want to try to make it still look realistic. We don't want it to look fake. 17 is fine right there. Excuse me. All right. Now, once you've done that and you've gone over all the skin that you want to go over, let's go up to the texture layer. We are going to select our healing brush tool. We're going to zoom in here. Command plus will zoom in pretty quickly, and we're just going to get rid of some of the blemishes here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my brush size a little smaller. I'm going to select right next to this blemish, and I'm just going to do that there. And we're just going to get rid of some of this stuff here. And I don't like to just spot it, you know, I like to actually smooth with the face. It just makes it look a little better to me. But to each his own, whatever works for you, works for you. That's the beauty of Photoshop, guys. You can do so many different things a number of ways. So it just depends on what works for you, what your workflow is like, how much time do you have, you know, and just make it work. So I'm just going to go through here. We're just going to smooth out some of these here, here, and I will show you guys a final image of this. But of course, there are more steps in this image and editing this image than just the frequency separation, which is an airbrushing technique. But this is just a quick little tutorial just to show you guys how easy it is. Let's go here. I'm gonna hit Alt to select an area and just go up and stroke just like this. And see, it just smooths it out. Just makes the skin look nice and smooth. Okay, it's here. Right. Little spots on the nose here. And if you're wondering how some people's images come out looking so good, it's because they really take their time in doing this. You gotta be really meticulous and patient. You know, you don't want to rush this, because if you do rush this, there's always something. Once you pull your image out, you see a final edit, there's always something that you possibly could have missed. So just take your time and whistle while you work. All right, now let's see, how's that looking here? Let's zoom out. It's looking a lot better. We can go over and look at the arm, and we can look at the body. And of course, if you want to continue editing this photo, you need to do something with the hair, but that's for another tutorial. But that is a quick video on how to airbrush. If you want to combine these two layers, you just select Command, click this layer, and then Command G to group them. And these two layers right here, I usually just put FRQ SEP for frequency separation. And there you go. Now to look at a final edit of this, let me pull this up here for you guys. Let's see, Jalen, it's right in here. Let's see, this is the final image of the process here. So not bad, you know. See, we fixed the hair here along the edges. We put a little motion blur here, and her skin is nice and smooth. Any questions, comments, feel free to like and subscribe. This is DJ the Photog. I'm out.